Recently on TikTok and Twitter, I have been going crazy, completely propagandizing and completely showing Trojan X all over the internet. If you've probably seen my video before, you know exactly who I am. Hello. Anyways, in this video, I want to actually make a long form type of video trying to convince you as to why you should read Trojan X and why it is the best new gen manga currently going on. So if you guys like this type of content, please remember that like and subscribe, share it to your friends. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. First off, I want to say that, guys, my TikTok videos have been getting a lot of views. One day, I just woke up. I was like, you know what? What I'm going to do, I love Trojan X. I cannot stop thinking about what's going on in Trojan X. Like, month to month, week to week, I'm like, bro, this story is just so good. And then I looked, I was like, damn, like, nobody's talking about Trojan X. Like, even when people discuss new gen manga, they talk about Gachiakuda, they talk about, you know, Chainsaw Man, they talk about Kagurabachi, which came out after Trojan X. And I'm like, bro, what is wrong with Trojan X? Like, what am I seeing that no one else is seeing? Like, what's going on? Why is nobody talking about this series? Why is it less popular? Now, if you were a troll coming from my TikTok, you'd probably respond to that like, oh, it's not popular because it's just bad. And you know what? You can troll me all you want. Listen, my videos, I know, have making you all very angry. But either way, I think that Trojan X should be more popular. That is the bare minimum. I think more people should be talking about this series because, listen, first of all, because I'm looking for people to talk about this series with. And second of all, because this series is just too good to not be popular. Just imagine, guys, if a story of Attack on Titan or tokyoghoul or any of the great mangas you know, right? Imagine if those stories were very, very unpopular, bro. And you never were able to, like, that could become your favorite manga, but you were never able to find out about it. You know what I'm saying? So I basically just started my TikTok stuff just as a small, like, way to be like, okay, you know what? I want to just push this series. I want to just push Trojan X, see how many people can start talking about it, see what people think about it, yada, yada. You know what I mean? Over time, my videos started getting more and more views, and I was like, bro, what the hell? Like, this is actually impacting the Trojan X community. It's like, bro, there's people on Twitter that talk about my videos. I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little nice. I was smiling and shit. But then I also noticed, like, this can bring a bad rep to Trojan X too, because people are starting to think that the entire fandom is just me. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you're watching this video and you've seen my TikToks before, the entire fandom is not just me. I am just me. I might be the anomaly of all these fans because nobody else in the Trojan X community even wants to, like, prop their series on Twitter. Well, I've seen some prop on Twitter, but on like TikTok or anything like that. Like, they don't really be vocal about how good it is. So it's hard for the series to get out of its little box that it's already in. So I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm about to spread awareness. So that's exactly what I did. And now we can finally get on to the main point of video. If you're here, if you're still watching, thank you. Hit the like and subscribe. But why should you read Trojan X? Why do I think it is the best new gen manga? And my first reason as to why it is the best new gen manga and why you should definitely read it is the story and plot. I think in terms of story and plot, in every new series, Gachiakuda, Don, all these series, I think that Trojan X easily has the best plot and story. I think this story is the most fleshed out of most new gens. I also feel like it's a less episodic story. Now, in the beginning, I get it could be a little slow, like, you know, when they're just introducing characters, Azuma, Ely, Tokyo, you know, they're just introducing characters at that point. But I'm telling you guys, if you're a new reader, when you start getting to the good stuff, like the Moon Beast arc, the Tower of Morning arc, you will start to see the vision. You will start to see the vision. You will start to see that, wow, this isn't a Don, where episode by episode, we're going to have this new creature pull up and there's be a whole lot of shenanigans going on. No, this is not Don, guys. This is not a story that's predominantly targeted toward a younger audience. You know, the story doesn't hold your hand. It says a lot of visual things that it won't tell you up front. It has a lot of foreshadowing that you have to piece together. And just overall, the mystery of all this shit, like, who is the Calamity? Who could be the Trojan X savior? Like, what did Zora prophesize? Like, there's so much stuff that is still a mystery in this story. And that's what ties into the plot being so damn good and intriguing. And it just grips you in like, wow, this story is amazing. On top of that, the next thing I want to talk about is the characters. Guys, when I say that Trojan X are probably some of the best characters in new gen manga, I mean it. Azuma Higashi alone is an amazing example. But recently, we also have an amazing antagonist named Batista. Batista is an amazing antag. Like, if you're reading stuff for just characters, you would love Batista. He's like if Furuta and Obito from Naruto had a baby, and he's their baby. That's literally Batista. So, bro, guys, if you're not reading this shit for the story and plot or the characters, I don't know what to tell you, because both of those things are absolutely amazing in Trojan X, and I feel like it's the best New Gen has out there right now. Like, every ongoing manga-wise, I think it's the best out there. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the world building and lore of Trojan X. I think, in terms of world building and lore, this even surpasses my favorite manga, tokyoghoul. And I know a lot of people who probably like tokyoghoul, and that's probably their favorite manga too. They're definitely like squinting at their screen like, what are you even talking about right now? Guys, I'm telling you right now, this is some of the best world building and lore I've seen in manga, period. Berserk doesn't do it like this. Bleach doesn't do it like this. The only other thing I can see that does it like this maybe is like One Piece. You know, One Piece, AOT, like that sort of lore. But Trojan X is right up there, because not only is the lore very deep, it also inherently cuts and connects back to the current events happening in the future. And on top of that, it's interesting. I feel like a lot of the times when anime shows you lore and backstories of stuff, like, you're interested, but you're not all the way there. But for Trojan X, when it shows you lore, when it tells you more about the history, when it tells you more about previous Trojans and how everything happened in the past, you're intrigued 24 out of 24 times, bro. Like, you're intrigued all the time, bro. And I feel like that's something that a lot of like New Gen shows don't really have. Like, they have lore, don't get me wrong, like they sprinkle it in here and there. But in terms of Trojan X's lore and their lore, it's like worlds apart. Like, Trojan X literally has maps based on what happens. It has an entire like history of what happened back then. There's so many Choujins, so many different possibilities. I feel like the lore and world building here, if you're really a fan of that stuff, that's another reason to read Trojan X. Another thing I'd like to mention is the art and just overall arcs of the story. I feel like currently, in terms of Trojan X, the arc we are in currently has potential, when it's over, to go down as the best New Gen arc ever made. Like, better than Shibuya, better than every Chainsaw Man arc, better than Black Clover, better than every MHA arc. I think this arc currently, when it's done, when it's all said and done, has potential to be probably the best New Gen arc going on. It's just so amazing. If you're reading Trojan X to get to these amazing mystery moments where they're all revealed, these amazing plot twists that completely befuddle your entire brain, and even if you just want amazing art, the art is amazing. It's amazing. And I'm telling you right now, guys, this is not your standard shonen where like let's say per se, everything is built around a fight between two characters. You know, it's not run off of fights. The narrative is way more plot driven. And I feel like a lot of New Gens forget that. They kind of just go fight, fight, fight. Well, they are shonen, but you could be a plot driven shonen rather than a character driven like narrative. You know what I mean? So I really feel like Trojan X is very unique in that standpoint when it comes to its competitors and it comes to its peers. I also feel like it being plot driven helps it out a lot because it's just so unique. Ishida is continuously able to subvert expectation after subverting expectations all the time. He is a master at that. So if you want to read something that has an amazing story, amazing art, probably some of the best in the medium, amazing characters, amazing arcs, and for finally like an amazing just overall everything, I think you should read Trojan X. And I know a lot of this is going to sound like glaze. You're going to be watching the video like, oh my god, this guy's glazing. Some Trojan X fans might think I'm even glazing. I don't care, right? I don't care. The story is 105 chapters long right now, and I feel like this story has real potential to be one of the best out there if it receives a good adaptation, and one of the biggest of the 2020s. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about Trojan X. Are you going to start it? Are you not going to start it? Let me know how you feel about the story if you are reading it. And yeah, man, I hope you guys all have a great day. Please remember to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.